Good morning, everybody. What is up? Jay Vix here with another episode of Meet the Experts. This is episode 30. I feel like that's a monumental episode. Like we made it through another 10, right? So we're at episode number 30, this labor of love, this passion project of mine of Meet the Experts, where we started out just interviewing Greensboro business owners because that's local to me and putting them all up on Advertising Greensboro. Now we've branched out quite a bit, and we've been doing episodes with business owners from around the country, but today we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back local. We've got a great local business here today. The two owners are going to be joining us. We also don't always have two people on the episode. It's usually like a one-on-one thing. So this is actually exciting too. I enjoy it when I think it's only the second episode I've done with two people. So anyway, Meet the Experts, again, just a chance to give small business owners a way to tell their story. And today we're going to be joined by Emily and Kevin Purcell, who own Freeman's Grub and Pub here in Greensboro. I'm going to let them tell you all about it, how they got started. And without further ado, let me bring them up. Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning. Great. How are you?
Doing well. Excited to have you on. I want to tell everybody a little bit of the backstory because I admittedly and shamefully have yet to go to Freeman's, right? However, I know, shame on me. I'm coming in, I promise. I'm bringing my family, my wife, my daughter, we're all going to come in. But my intern, Megan, she's in charge of our Instagram for the show. And I was like, hey, reach out to some businesses around Greensboro that you think would be great guests. And you were like top of the list for her, right? And she reached out and she was so excited when you replied because she loves your place. And she was like, oh, there'd be so much fun on the show. And she was really excited about this episode. And she got me all fired up. And so I'm super glad to just chat with you guys today and learn a little bit more about you and what you do. So why don't I just hand it over to you guys and tell me a little bit more about you and what you guys are doing over there.
Cool. My name is Emily, obviously, and this is Kevin. We just recently took over ownership of Freeman's in March of this year. Yeah, we're running it. We've restaffed everybody in the kitchen. We've restaffed a lot of people front of house since we've been back. And I don't know, it's just been going a whole lot smoother than we had anticipated it going. We're really happy with everything right now. Really happy with where we are with our staff. So yeah.
It's only been 7 months, and some days it feels like it's been 2 weeks, and some days it feels like it's been 4 years. You know, it's just it's back and forth every day. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been a huge learning experience for us, and we're very thankful to be where we're at in this position with our staff. Like we're lucky for restaurant owners for sure, I would say.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, the reviews are in. Tasha is just talking about how Freeman's is so good. I love it. I love comments coming in. If you guys have comments or questions, pop them up. She also said that she loves it. So that's awesome. And so tell us a little bit about like what are some of the staples? What are some of the things that people just rave about on the menu, or just things that, you know, whether food or drink? What do people love about Freeman's?
So food wise, we smoke several meats in house. We've got brisket, we've got pulled pork, we smoke our chicken wings. So those are staples. And then as far as the sandwiches go, we use that brisket as a part of a chopped brisket sandwich. We have a Cuban that's very popular, buffalo fried chicken sandwich. And then as far as the starters go, I think the fried Brussels sprouts are up there with the best sellers. And then we do some seasonal stuff as well. So that's something that we've sort of worked to introduce. So we've got like a seasonal soup, starter, sandwich, all that changes every few months. Right now we've got the last of the Wiener Schnitzel on for Oktoberfest. We've got a bratwurst coming up for that. So just some fun one-off stuff.
Another big thing, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good.
But another big one is our sauces. We make all of our sauces in-house except for ketchup. I don't know if you've ever tried to make ketchup or not, but
No.
Not worth it.
Not worth it, yeah. So all of our sauces are made in-house, and like a lot of those things do have sauces that come with them. And so that's like a huge thing that a lot of people are coming back for. Like a big one's our blackberry honey mustard. Fantastic with our hand breaded chicken strips. Fantastic with our rosemary garlic shallot seasoning fries. just a big thing with like that kind of like contributes to those smoked meats is one of the sauces. So yeah.
I love that. So do you guys have the cooking background, or do you have somebody on staff? Okay, so Kevin, you're the chef, right?
A little bit, yeah. I wouldn't say chef,
Yeah.
but I've helped out in kitchens more and more, and that was sort of like one of the only things I hadn't done in the industry was actually like work on the line. So when we decided to take over, it was like I got to learn how to do this, to fill in and to know what's going on in that capacity. So I'm still pretty fresh at that too. But as far as like coming up with recipes and stuff, I've done that.
Been doing it for a while now, yeah.
That's a passion of mine for sure. It's a lot of fun.
He used to do beer dinners and stuff like that at the last place that we worked as well, and he kind of created the menus and would work with the chefs, but he was never actually on the side of cooking.
Right.
And now he gets to be on the side of
So
cooking.
let the experts take care of that.
Absolutely, yeah.
An idea man,
Yeah.
That's for so long in my business now, it's a world apart of running a restaurant or a bar, but just even in marketing, like I started out as kind of like it was a flip, right? Like I started out, I was the one punching all the keys, clicking the mouse, and doing all of the digital marketing for my clients. And over time, I've gotten a little bit tired of doing all of the manual labor. So now I contract out to the experts, and I'm kind of the idea man now. So I've kind of been I get it from a different world, but it's still the same. It's still running a business, right?
He's still definitely the idea man, but like we said earlier, we've gotten really lucky with the cooks that we've gotten, especially.
Having somebody to execute those ideas.
Like, hey, I about this, and it's really just bouncing it off of your staff, and if you have that relation with them, then that's awesome, because then you can bounce ideas off of each other and not just have to put it all on us.
Absolutely. Yeah, having a great team. What's that, Kevin?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
If you get to try it, you get to eat, which we're also good at.
I'm the eater.
I would say
the official taste tester.
Yeah.
You gotta have one.
You do. I was going to ask you, like, and maybe there's been a testimonial or something that somebody has told you that just you carry it with you, right? Like it just meant the world to you to hear that. Now, obviously, we had a comment before, Freeman's is so good. There's a testimonial in its own right. But is there something that you just something that always sticks with you so far? I know you haven't been in the position for that long as owners, but is there something that somebody said that you guys just think of that just lights a fire under you?
Yeah, me personally, there's a regular, because it's kind of weird, our relationship. I'm kind of the front of house person and Kevin's kind of the back of house person, which works out great. But front of house wise, we have a regular Bill and Dara. They come in every single Saturday, and they've been coming in for 4 years now. So before we even took over ownership, the Bloody Marys has been his favorite thing every single Saturday morning, and he always gets a steak with it. Those are the two things that he comes in, and he's always ranted and raved about it. He always says, like, we need to make up our own recipe. We should start our own business just doing Bloody Marys. And come to find out this year, actually, since we took over, Yes Weekly just voted us Best Bloody Mary in Guilford County. So that was kind of like, like it was cool for us to hear it from Bill, but then it's really cool to hear it from the rest of Guilford County as well, too. So that's been something that's kind of stuck in our head. We pride ourselves on our regulars. We love our regulars. We become friends with our regulars. So to have that happen and then have Bill come in and be able to see the plaque hanging up inside of Freeman's now is kind of like just a bigger smile for us and for him. So, yeah.
Absolutely. That warms my heart, and congratulations on that. That's huge. I love that. Yeah. All right. We've talked a little bit. We obviously, if you're living in Greensboro and you haven't been there like me, I'm urging everyone watching this to go check out Freeman's Grub and Pub for sure, including me and my family, which will happen very, 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 very soon, maybe even as soon as this weekend. But let's talk a little bit more about the backstory of how you guys came to be owners, because I found it kind of fascinating. So tell us kind of how we usually call this the earned it, learned it, or proved your authority. But in your case, it's a little different. But I feel like you did earn it, learn it, and prove your authority. So tell us a little bit more about how this all came to be.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay.
We both worked at Jake's Billiards, which is just up the street from Freeman's. the owners of that decided to open Freeman's. It was about 2014, so we were part of a small group of people that helped open it back then. It opened in 2015, and we were sort of splitting our time between both places. Obviously, pandemic hits, everything is turned on its head, and we were thankful to be employed that whole time. But we're pulling extra hours, and it got to be exhausting. Burnout like everybody experiences. So as things started to get more normal, right? New normal, new normal.
We couldn't do it.
Yeah, we decided that it was time.
We needed to take a break.
To take some time for ourselves. So we told our employer, and they were super supportive. And we took about 4 months to travel the United States, camping in our car, staying with friends and family. We did almost 28,000 miles over that. Saw like
all of the lower
national
48.
parks.
Yeah,
it's all 48 states in the lower. And we're deciding at the end of that sort of what we wanted to do next. Whether we wanted to stay in the industry or where we wanted to live. We weren't necessarily coming back to North Carolina at that point. And we made it as far as Seattle.
Mm-hmm. And Seattle was a lot of fun. We lived with our best friend on a boat. So it was like the whole sleepless in Seattle kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of fun. I got 2 different bar jobs while I was up there. We kind of resettled, not knowing what we wanted to do. Like, do we want to be in this industry anymore? And as soon as we got there, day 2, I was like, I need a job. I was like, I need to be behind a bar. I need to do something with people. I need to talk to people, because we knew we were resettling, and Kevin ended up working with our buddy and did some like woodworking stuff while he was there. But it probably took us, I'd say 2 or 3 weeks into being into Seattle before Jessie, the old owner of Freeman's, called us, and she was like, I want to sell it, and I'd rather sell it to you guys than to anybody else. And at that point we were like, no, we're not coming back to Greensboro. Like, we're going to go anywhere else in the United States. And like, we literally chose like almost the furthest place away. So we took 12 hours. We slept on it that night. And then we woke up the next morning and we talked for about 30 minutes, just laying on this very tiny boat bed, just staring at each other's faces, and just talked about it. And we decided that we wanted to come back. So we kept it a big secret. We only told like our immediate family. So we came back for Christmas. That's what we were telling everybody. And Jessie and Josh ended up announcing it on January 2nd, I think it was, on Facebook and Instagram. So
we got like a 2-month training period with them from January to March until it officially changed hands. Because like I said, we held a lot of positions between like the very bottom and climbing the ladder to get to like a managerial spot. Yeah. But we hadn't owned as well. So like learning some of
taxes,
the ins and outs. Stuff where somebody else's money for a long time. Like, it's way
like, this is going to be our money now. Oh, okay.
Minor details, right?
Minor
details. Taxes, yeah.
Revenue.
Look, I don't want to go down that path. I just got something from Greensboro the other day about business personal property tax. And I'm like, but that's my cell phone. Why do I have to pay taxes on my cell phone? Anyway, so there's a lot.
Too.
It's a lot. Having a lot of equipment too. Gosh. That was that. I love that story. Now, I had read kind of that story. You guys had been interviewed, or were in a local, I forget who it was, but you guys had, I read that story, that interview, and just in doing some research for this, and I was like, I have to get them to tell that story. Obviously, it shows in the both of you, like the passion you put into this, the how much you love it. And one of the questions that I love to ask our guests towards the end of every show. Oh, by the way, let me put up, I meant to have this scrolling as of about 5 minutes ago, but here's the information on Freeman's Grub and Pub, where they are, what their hours are. So scroll along the bottom, which I always do that backwards. It's backwards. And definitely, if you're in the Greensboro area, I strongly suggest you go check them out. I'm taking my own advice. And but the question that I like to ask as we kind of get towards the end is, what's something that you guys, I want each of you to answer this, because I think it's a really good question, because you're both kind of co-owners and you're together. So what's something you're thankful for?
I mean, first and foremost, I'm thankful for Kevin. That's a big thing. Our relationship is so much intertwined. We are together at work. We are together not at work. So that's a huge thing for me, is just to be able to have him by my side. I told you I was a crier.
Perfectly
but to
fine.
have him by my side is like the biggest thing I could be thankful for. And then after that, I would definitely say Jesse and Josh, just for kind of leading us and steering us in the right direction in our paths. And then I would definitely say our family, friends, obviously. And then most importantly, with the business aspect, I would definitely say our employees. They go above and beyond. They've all become our friends, our family. And we're super, super, super thankful for all of them and everything that they pour into this, because they see how much we're pouring into it. And to have them do the same thing is just like, it's an inspiring thing to see. And just really thankful for that. So sorry, I kind of.
You're good. Yeah, it took all mine.
That's awesome.
Thankful for you, obviously. In regards to that trip too, like this opportunity that we had to take some time with each other, focus on our relationship, focus on ourselves individually, and then when it comes time to own the restaurant, to be a manager, to be a leader of these people, to have a fresh start, to have had that reset, to come back in and be like, the restaurant industry doesn't have to be, what we're used to. It doesn't have to be yelling at each other.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be Gordon Ramsay.
It doesn't have to be, be people arguing and let's just keep it open.
Let's talk.
Like, if
communicate.
We want you to be here. We want you to want to be here. If you win the lottery tomorrow, we don't expect you to show up. But while you're here, we can all work on this common goal together. So, like you were saying, having friends and family support us through that, having each other to support us in that way, and then having the staff to execute that every day, and just try to keep it as fun as it can be, especially right now where we don't necessarily have staffing issues like a lot of places do, and I think that speaks to how the restaurant is run, and how the relationships between our employees and with us and our employees have formed, and we're super thankful for all that.
Yeah.
It shows, guys. It really does, and I can tell. And one of the things that I often, one of the reasons I do this is because I love small business owners, whether it's local or not. I love to grow my network. I love to meet people, talk to people, grow that network. And one of the things that you guys said about the support of not just family and friends, but when Emily, you said that they go, your team, your staff, your employees go above and beyond. The only reason people go above and beyond for their employers is if they really love their employers, right? Like, otherwise they kind of check out. They're just doing their job to get the paycheck. And you don't go above and beyond when you're just trying to get the paycheck. And I feel like as a business owner, that's something I think we should all strive for. Like, yeah, we got to wear a lot of hats, but at the end of the day, make your team care about the business. They'll never care about it exactly as much as you do, because they don't have that ownership in it necessarily.
Yeah, exactly.
But if they can care about it even 3/4 the way or half the way, like, you're doing awesome. So congratulations on that. It's massive.
Thank you.
Natasha 831 has been definitely loving this interview. She also said the Butterfinger pie is her favorite. So
hi, Tasha.
Thanks, Tasha.
we love that, and that sounds really good too. So, all right, we're gonna kind of start to wrap it up. This has been a really fun interview, Emily. The fact that you got teary just made it just spectacular. And Tasha also said you're her heroes, so that's so we'll bring that up. This is fun. We got interactive on this one. So, what are the best ways, or just something you might want to tell customers, like maybe, I don't know, like just a way to contact you? I have the information down there, but is there something that maybe somebody asks about, or something they call you about, or just some questions that you guys get that maybe are more common that you could answer here?
I will say, I just thought of parking is a huge deal for us. We literally have 4 parking spaces. After 5 o'clock, you can park in our neighbors' parking lots, just to let you know.
Good to know.
Two, you can always just call us at any point in time and just ask us any kind of questions if you want to talk about reservations or private parties or anything like that, or bulk orders, office orders. We're willing to talk about any of it. We're willing to try to do any of it. And if we can, we will. So just reach out to us on Facebook, Instagram, or give us a call, and our bartenders will just shoot us a message and let us know y'all's number, and we can just chat about whatever you need to chat about. But we're open to anything, so holler at us.
I love that. So here, real quick, and I'm going to put it in the comments. What's the number to call you guys?
Yeah, it's 336-333-3399.
Wow, I like that.
Unique
All
number,
right,
yeah.
I'm just gonna blast that out in the comments to all the channels that are broadcasting.
Okay, awesome.
Right now, so
Thank you.
yeah, no problem. All right, well, we're gonna wrap up. This was so much fun. I hope you guys had a good time. I did have one extra question at the end though. In your place, you mentioned like a private party or anything. Do you have like an extra like event type of room, or is it just all open?
It is very tiny. So technically our capacity inside is only 36 people. And then we can fit about another 20 people to 25 people outside. So we are completely willing to shut down for a private party. There is, of course, an hourly fee and then a minimum of what you have to spend while you're there. But that's just kind of talked about with what time you're booking and when you're booking, and if it's in the holiday season or anything like that. We usually don't take reservations for like a 4-top just because of how small we are. It is really a first come, first serve basis. But if you've got 15 people coming in and you want the patio, we can definitely chat about it.
Awesome. Now that's good to know. That's really good information. Well, Emily, Kevin, you guys are a blast. I can't wait to come meet you in person and try some of the food and drink. And you guys, thanks for coming on Meet the Experts.
Thanks so
Thanks for
much,
having us,
Jay.
Jay.
Absolutely. All righty. That was great. I love it. And Emily and Kevin are so much fun to talk to. And in the little bit of time I got to know them, I feel like we're just going to become good friends. And that's all there is to it. So that wraps up another episode of Meet the Experts. If you want to be a guest on Meet the Experts, whether you're in Greensboro or you're outside of Greensboro, it costs you nothing. I would love to just give you the platform and the live stream and the video after the fact to tell your story. I'm a big believer in just helping others tell their story. I think it's really important. I think more people need to do it. And I'm lucky as a digital marketing agency owner to have the ability to help people make video content that matters, right? And these can be good for your website, for social media, and always happy to do that. So if you want to do it, at the bottom, you will see, go to guests.howto.agency. It's always backwards and it messes me up every time. Guests.howto.agency, and just fill out a quick form. You book a sound check. So the booking, you're not booking the actual live, you book the sound check. We'll have a conversation, make sure our audio and video and internet connection is good. And then we'll pick a date and time where we'll do your live episode. So if you want to be a guest, love to have you. And our next episode is next Tuesday, but we have 2 episodes next week. So Tuesday and Thursday of next week, we're going to be doing live Meet the Experts. We don't often do 2 in a week, but that's kind of the goal, is to get to 2 a week. So we're kind of excited about that. But anyway, look forward to seeing you on the next episode. And if you have any digital marketing related questions or need some help with strategy or just anything related to growing your business online, reach out to me. Love to talk to you. Have a great day.